Job number J-20240630-2. We are doing a second camera after doing some root cutting. Again, we're looking at the city main sewer at about 103 feet. You can see the flow of the city main sewer passing by. We're in a 6-inch clay lateral. Persistent debris item. Looks like some organic debris at 101, even though we did a lot of snaking past that point. Roots cut back nicely at 97. Roots cut back nicely at 93. Roots cut back nicely at 89. Roots cut back nicely at 84. Roots cut back nicely at 81. Change in direction to starting to angle up at a 45 to a shallower depth. There was a lot of roots build up here. We can see they're cut back pretty nicely. Lower section, roots cut back as much as possible. Upper section, roots cut back nicely. Got a nice path of flow. This was about 80 to 90% blocked before we snaked today. Roots cut back nicely at 72. We're angling up still. That's why that water is kind of fountaining up. It's hitting that joint. Top of the offset at about 70. Roots cut back nicely. And then a secondary joint, roots cut back nicely at 69. Roots cut back nicely at 65. Roots cut back nicely at 61. Roots cut back nicely at 56. Roots cut back nicely at 52. Roots cut back at 48. Roots cut back nicely at 44. Roots cut back nicely at 40. Just a little persistent tether at the top. Roots cut back nicely at 36. Roots cut back nicely at 34. Roots cut back nicely at 32. At the top of the screen we also see a Y connection. That would be our building cleanout located by the water meter. So we are now inside of the basement. So this particular root penetration is just upstream of the building cleanout, but cut back nicely. Secondary root penetration cut back nicely at 30. Passing by the stack Y. Also of note is a piece of flat debris sitting in the pipe here. Hard to tell what it is, but it just wants to stay there. It seems heavy. Possible calcification, loose piece of calcified buildup. Currently sitting at 21. Secondary Y visible to the right. This is for the floor drain. Approaching the base of the laundry stack. You can see a reduction in size from 6-inch to 4-inch here at 17 feet. Again, 4-inch clay. changing to cast iron on the 90-degree turn and reducing to 2-inch top right at the floor. PVC pipe going up. Access is through our 2-inch PVC wide cleanout. We have some newer drain piping for the laundry sink. Laundry sink is an existing concrete sink.